the VAR room on Westman Studios. My name is Elikem, and I have the guys here with me, Kwabna and Nana Kwame, to do justice to what just transpired at the St. James's Park. Guys, don't forget, we are live on TikTok, so you can go on our TikTok channel and then also get interactive as we talk about what just transpired at the St. James Park. It was a brilliant game, guys. Kwabna, I don't know what you think.
What a game at the St. James Park. I'm not really surprised about this game, though. This game has always shown us that it has a lot of goals. Since I remember last season when they played 3-3 at the St. James's Park, I remember last 2 seasons when Liverpool were man down in the 35th minute when Van Dijk had a red card, but they still managed to come back and score 2 late goals from Darwin Núñez, who has moved to Al Hilal. So I'm not surprised about this scoreline because this fixture always gives us a lot of goals that a lot of football fans love to watch.
Nana Kwame, I don't know what came to mind when you first saw the team sheet of Liverpool, especially the whole noise about Gravenberch. He is the main man and he missed the first game against Bournemouth. When you saw the team sheet and you saw his name in there, what went through your mind?
Okay, I have to divert before that. It harkens me back to me. I'm more of a retro kind of, football history and all of that. 1996-1997 season, the corresponding fixture right here at St. James's Park. Yeah. The game ended 4-3 to Liverpool, and it was similar. 1-0, Newcastle came back to lead 2-1, and then 2 late goals from Liverpool, just like 2 seasons ago, the match that Marfo mentioned. Stan Collymore, Robbie Fowler, bang bang, 90+6. Liverpool runs away with a 4-3 win. Similar thing. But back to your question, the team sheet. I knew Gravenberch will have a big game in this big performance in this game because he's coming back, he's fresh and all of that. But my question was, which was eventually answered, who was going to play at the right back? Because Jeremy Frimpong was injured. He is injured. Conor Bradley was injured. He just came back from in training a few days ago. I think it was on Saturday, Friday, and all of that. So I wanted to see who was going to play in that right back slot. But contrary to some people's tactical masterclass, tactical brains, Arne Slot tweaked it a bit. At the start, we saw Curtis Jones in there, but later on, as the match progressed, we saw Dominic Szoboszlai in there. So we saw a bit of a swap in there, and it's kudos to Arne Slot. Yeah, he's proven once again how tactically adept, adaptable he is. How he can read the game and then he makes a few tactical tweaks. Unlike, let me keep quiet. I don't want to mention people's names. I want peace. When we get to the war part, we'll get there.
Anyways, when we get there, we'll cross the river. Kwabna, looking at the statistics in this game, okay, if I look at the XGs, for instance, Liverpool had an XG of 0.93. Newcastle had an XG of 0.7. Newcastle, in terms of shots on target, Liverpool had a total of 4, and they managed to score from 3. I don't know what you make of this Liverpool performance. You touch on that, and then again look at that Newcastle team for me. Did they really miss a sack?
Okay, so let me start from the Liverpool team. The system and Slot's play today was a very good one. Szoboszlai playing as a right back, and he was even inverting most of the time, so it was more of a 3-3-3-1 formation. And Curtis Jones, Gravenberch, then maybe Szoboszlai will come back to the midfield to help. Then we had a Gakpo, Salah, Vet, then Ekitike, my top goal scorer, my guy. Hey. Like doing
when you said he was going to win top goal scorer, I was like, what was he on? Because we had the likes of Haaland.
Don't worry, you see soon.
It's still early days.
You see soon.
He has 2 goals.
You see soon. So it was a very good one. Tactically he did so well, and Slot played the game so well, and the players. Should I say the Liverpool defenders too were so good in the first half? Because when you check very well in the first half, Newcastle had a lot of chances that they could have just scored the Liverpool guys about 22 goals in the first half. But they were just, they missed a lot of their chances. And that would, let me come back to your question that you asked, that did they miss a striker? Yes. Because I'm very sure in the first half, the kind of ball they played, if they had a number 9, I'm sure they would have scored Liverpool by 2 goals in the first half. Because Liverpool were just off in the first half until they had a goal from Gravenberch and the red card unfortunately came in for Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon before the red card was also playing one good game for Newcastle. So when he had the red card, the players were a bit down, but it wasn't too late for them. They had to just rally back to get the equalizer to be 2-2. But unfortunately for them, the youngster, Rio, did it for them, the 16-year-old chap who will be 17 on Friday. So that should tell you the young chaps are doing so well. Estevao, Lamine Yamal, Rio, the Arsenal player, the 15-year-old
Max Daumann.
Like that should tell you they are doing so well. So coaches coming up should integrate more of the youth players in their team because they play so well. I would say coach never
Before the game itself, Newcastle released on their official Twitter account, and there was a picture of Joelinton. Big Joe. That was the inscription.
Big Joe.
Big Joe. Clearly, they were up for it. Clearly, they were going to fight tooth and nail for this. And it came as no surprise that as early as the 8th minute, Gravenberch
had a yellow card.
A yellow card.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Not surprising in the least. Because I expected everything. Goals, tackles, everything. I even expected the red card, even though the recipient of that red card was not quite expected. Anthony Gordon to... I think it's a bit gotten to him on a personal level because he played for Everton, and you know how these Merseyside derby dynamics and all of that. So it will be a bit gotten for him personally. But kudos to Newcastle because they rallied back with 10 men with no striker, and they still managed to come back from two goals down. In any case, on the flip side, I'll be scared for Liverpool's defense a bit because this is the second time they've let a 2-goal lead slip.
Yeah,
they might not get that much of luck and get that last minute. I mean, in a league format, in a league like this, you will surely get found wanting. So I think Arne Slot needs to work on that because last season he was like very good at closing out games, managing games, and all of that. But in this 2 matches so far, it's been a bit shaky. So I think they should, Arne Slot and his coaching staff should work on that. Kudos to Newcastle to come back from 2-0 down, even though it ended in defeat and it still amounted to nothing. But in any case, I want to hear news of how Alexander Isak took this match, how he reacted for shaggy reasons.
It was dubbed. You can call it whichever term you want to give it. Whether it was the Isak derby, whether it was the Ekitike derby, there was a lot of subplots as far as this game was concerned, and it gave it a lot of hype. A lot of people were looking out for this game. Pabna, to go down 2 goals against a firepower like this Liverpool team and still rally from behind with 10 men, what do you think Eddie Howe did wrong? At least just go away with the 1 point. The game was almost done. What do you think he didn't do right?
I felt like in the last minute, about 5 minutes or 6 minutes to the end of the game, he wanted the winning goal. But I felt like, as you said, you were down 2-0. You're also down by a man. And you've been able to rally back to make it 2-2. Just take the 1 point. Try your best to defend very well. Because when Liverpool even scored a goal, you could see literally Newcastle had just about 3 or 4 players in their penalty, in their own half. Mm-hmm. So that should tell you they all wanted a goal.
Yeah.
But if you get 1 point, I'm sure if Newcastle had 1 point in this game, I would rather applaud them because they've done so well. But forcing to get a winning goal and losing at this point is so sad. It's so sad. I'm so sad for them. But they did so well. But Liverpool had to show this is the winning mentality. When you want to win the league, when you want to win titles, this is how you have to do. Some teams in the English Premier League don't do that.
This thing made me remember Ten Hag. Pepe.
When Ten Hag, why didn't you?
Ten Hag. Oh, he's a master at doing. When you are leading or when you are pegged back, he wants to win at all costs. Go and get the 3rd goal. We've seen it a couple of. You even saw it this past weekend at Leverkusen. So as for Ten Hag, we know him. Leopards don't change their sports. They say the created monkey is a monkey, or not there.
So right now, you likening Eddie Howe to Ten Hag.
No,
or-
this example, this
and it's just an example.
yes, this a
Anyways.
tactical plan.
This fixture, okay, can never always go without Mo Salah having a say. Prior to this game, he had 18 goal contributions against Newcastle. And if we want to factor Eddie Howe's former club, which was Bournemouth,
Yeah.
then that takes it to a total of 21 goal contribution. And Salah again did pop up with an assist. He's the big man.
Well, on the face of it, he did, but in the grand scheme of things, I think he was a bit quiet.
He's sometimes quiet, but when
In this game, he was a bit quiet.
but he still popped up with an assist.
You know, like Jamie, I think he was a bit quiet. He was too quiet, no, too quiet. In fact, Cody Gakpo on the other side, yes, I'm speaking like a typical Ghanaian. Gakpo on the other side overshadowed him, 2 assists.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got his say in the game and all of that, but down and even against Bournemouth, same thing. But he popped a 90 plus 3+4 and got his goal. I mean, since the contract signing is this, I don't want to think there's something iffy in there. He needs to get back to his normal self. Basically.
Pabna, we can't do this without talking about the 16-year-old. The mere fact that Arne Slot saw the need to throw everything he has now, put his trust, everything in a 16-year-old. And boy, didn't he repay that confidence the coach imposed in him?
What he just did in this game will make him get a lot of minutes this season. When a coach puts you on in a game, like as a big game like this, and there's a lot of pressure in this game, and you are able to get the winning goal, that alone makes the coach see that, oh, this player, I'll use him in most of my games. So I'll not be surprised you'll be seeing more of him in this season. In their preseason games, he played so well. Fantastic one, very good one. So I'm very happy Arne Slot didn't rush and be like, oh, let me loan him to a different club and let him get playing time. But I still kept him. I will manage this guy very well to play so well. So I'm not surprised at all. Now the Rio has just opened more doors for him to get more minutes in Liverpool, because now he's going to give a lot of competition to Gakpo.
I read somewhere that Liverpool poached him from a certain club.
Which club? Which club is that? Our viewers don't know. Tell them which club.
A certain club called, let me say it like a guy, Chelsea.
Just one person perform player and I said.
I don't know. Yeah, sporting director. You did here.
Sporting director.
Oh no, you see there are sometimes
Ben Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart.
You see there are some transfers, maybe when you sell them you regret. So it's like
it's one player Chelsea have regretted.
Oh yeah, but he's a good player. He's a very good one. United for some you team, Papa.
Hey, Paul Winstanley, but you want to start fire? Relax.
Where does Newcastle go from here? They lost the first game.
They actually drew.
They drew the first game and they've lost this one to Liverpool.
Where does Newcastle go from here? First of all, they must go and sign a striker.
Which striker?
Tomorrow.
Time is ticking.
Tomorrow they should go. Tomorrow.
Which striker on the transfer market would you?
Well, at this point, I heard they were going for Jürgen Strand last, and I don't think Wolves are going to release him that easily, because there's 1 week left to the end of the transfer window.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Muniz of Fulham. There were rumors of Atalanta. I think it had dried up a bit. So maybe Wolves, maybe what's his name? Newcastle can go for him. This then reminds me again. Let me harken back to 2011.
Yeah.
Andy Carroll was bought by Liverpool.
Yeah.
And they had less time to get a replacement. They ended up buying some Spanish striker. He ended up messing up the place, being an absolute flop. For the sake of Newcastle fans, I just hope it's not part 2. It's not a repeat of that. So basically, they need to get a number 9, because we've seen this against Aston Villa. We've seen this today. They need a focal point, an arrowhead. And they got the second goal. William Osula is their only striker.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for the only God knows how many times. He's the only striker in the club, senior striker. And he popped up with what could have been a match-saving goal, but came to naught. They need to get a striker before the next game against Leeds United. It won't be easy for them at all. At Elland Road, not at all.
Come now.
I have 2 strikers for them. You can count for them.
Which strikers are those?
Raheem Sterling and David Fofana.
Charlie, Omenia Bro. Which striker?
Hey,
David Fofana and Raheem Sterling.
wait, David.
Now,
who?
Raheem Sterling,
That
when was
that
the
throw
last
for
time he kicked the
Fana.
ball?
Yeah.
Hey, oh, that's what they are saying. He's alive.
Yeah.
When was the
Wow.
last time Raheem Sterling kicked the ball?
Oh, he did for Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal.
Is the second name David? Hey, is he alive?
Now, Liverpool clearly are showing signs of champions. They had to dig deep in order to win this game at St. James's Park. For me, that's a clear sign of a champion.
Yeah, they have the champion mentality, but clear chance as champions. We should just relax because
for last season.
no, I know they took it last time, but we should just relax right now because they are going to meet Arsenal. They are going to meet Arsenal.
Yeah.
Next week.
The next game.
Yeah, on Sunday and at Anfield. That will be very difficult. So let's see how Bez will do. If they sit down for Arsenal to score, maybe for them to score, for Arsenal to equalize, we'll see if they can come back to win this game. So it will be very difficult. Let's just relax for them. Let's them play maybe their first 10 matches. Let's see where they'll play. And I feel like from there, we can just talk about who will be the champion.
So before we go, guys, Nana Kwame, your final thoughts as far as this game is concerned.
Oh, my final thoughts. Absolute cracker. Not surprising at the outcome in terms of how the game pound down. Not the score line. I'm talking about the general play or the very eventful. Very, very, very. It was a good watch. Monday night football. Usually Monday night games are just boring.
We want more of this firepack Monday night football.
More
Yeah,
big games on
more big
Monday
games
night.
on Monday night. It's so nice. Yeah.
Your final thoughts, Kwabena.
Good performance from Liverpool, and I just feel like Newcastle, as we said, they need a striker. They need to go into the market tomorrow. Tomorrow, Newcastle, Munko market. Now Munko to striker, at least 2. Right now, Wissa nowhere to be found for Brentford.
Kwame Poku.
Go and look for him.
Kwame
Kwame Poku of Kotoko is here. So
Hamza
if-
Issa.
all of them are there.
Guys, many thanks for doing this with me. My name is Elikem. I did this with Nana Kwame. I did this with.
But I want to give a shout out to one of the
Kwabena.
best coaches in the world,
Why-
Please,
why
do,
no?
please do.
Ruben Amorim.
Amorimbo!
The best coach in the world.
Amorimbo!
The best coach in the world.
The Bruno Amorim.
Wow.
Shout out to
Guys.
Akumia Messiah for this. Oh, this brilliant soundbite. Amorimbo! Yeah,
If I
yeah.
leave these 2 guys here, we are not closing the show. Guys, many thanks for doing this with me. And also, our guys who joined us live on TikTok, big shout outs to you guys. Continue to watch Varum on Westman Studios. Continue to tell a friend about us. And always don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, my name is Elikem. Take good care of yourselves and be good.